Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomat's YouTube channel. You've got Bert, the Hurt, over here, and you've got Lanny, Big L. And we can't wait to talk to you right now about the dividend stock purchase activity we had over the last week of October 12th.
Everyone, you know the drill by now.
What's the drill?
You know, Lanny?
You know.
No, I do. I do know you
Tell
know.
them, you gotta
All right,
tell
we'll
them.
tell them. All right.
Yeah.
Smash that subscribe button, everybody. Follow along in our channel to get dividend investing news pumped to your YouTube feed. Also, yeah, give us a thumbs up too if you like this video, so we can keep producing more high quality videos and delivering them to you as well. So, all right, everyone, we're excited to talk to you about dividend stocks we purchased.
I know Bert's been pretty busy with him and his wife were out there doling out that cash. They're trying to invest as much cash as possible because, you know, we came out with a video, gosh, months ago now about cash being dead. And as you know, with your high yield savings account, it's pretty much called low yield, get the heck out of this account savings account.
Yeah, they really need to do some rebranding on these pages because it is not a high yield savings account anymore. In fact, Capital One was where I had one of my high yield savings accounts. They used to advertise it on their front page when you log in, and now you can't find it anywhere.
So the name of the game is to invest as much as possible, as early as possible. And again, if you feel like you haven't, started yet, again, the first best day was yesterday, but guess what? That next best day is today.
Yeah, that's right. And starting investing today is easier than ever with how quickly you can get a brokerage account up and running. I use Fidelity, Laney uses Ally Investing, but there are plenty of other options such as Robinhood and other brokerages where you could just simply log onto your phone and open up a new brokerage account. And the minimum investment, you don't need to put $10,000 into your account to start. You can start with as little money as you want to, and with free trades, the cost to trade is so low. So yeah, if you haven't started yesterday, get it going today. We're pumped for you.
That's why we think dividend investing and earning dividend income is the best form of passive income. As you and many others, and I mean there's got to be thousands of everybody watching this channel that are striving for financial freedom, and dividend investing and earning dividend income, I think, is the best way to get there.
Yeah, it's effortless. Once you get the investment going, you wake up, you open up your brokerage account, boom, dividend received right there. Reinvest it, you get a little more dividends. It's great. It's easy, at least for us to understand it. We're trying to make it easy for all of you to understand as well. Nothing beats this truly passive form of income.
And if, in case you haven't watched it, we actually came out with 6 dividend stocks that you can buy to help jumpstart your journey, and you can create $100 in dividend income just like that.
So what happened this week? Why were we purchasing stocks? The stock market continues to be mixed heading into the election as we get more economic data about the impact that the pandemic is having on the economy. So still, even though stocks, some are climbing higher, some are climbing lower, we're always on the hunt for these undervalued dividend stocks. We're always running our dividend stock screener to help us find these stocks so that when the market opens and we see a company trading for an undervaluation, we're ready to roll. I know at least some of the stocks that I purchased this week have been companies we've been watching for the last few years, and one of them we just talked about being one of our most undervalued dividend stocks today. So we're ready to strike, and we know what's going on in the market.
All right, so what was that first dividend stock you purchased this past week where you added some dividend income?
Yeah, the first one is the company that I have been adding to my portfolio hand over fist over the last few months. We are really building our position in this company to grow our income stream. They're one of our top 5 foundation dividend stocks, and the big 5 is the company is AT&T, ticker symbol T. I think we've talked a lot about this company, but what really jumps out to me are their current metrics and their current valuation along with their dividend yield. Finally, AT&T dipped below 28, and I saw their stock price in the mid 27s, and I knew that I had to buy some shares for my wife and I in our different portfollios.
How many shares did you end up grabbing, bro?
Yeah, so combined, we actually added 14 shares of AT&T.
How much dividend income is that?
That's a $29 extra of dividend each year. We cannot wait to start having that. Actually, that's another share of AT&T right there from dividends alone.
From what?
From dividend reinvestment.
That's right, power of drip, baby.
Yeah. So with our average share price in that below 28 range, their PE ratio is actually is almost 8.5. That's insanely low compared to the broader market. So this company is screaming an undervaluation right now. That was calculated using their forward estimated earnings of $3.22. What also jumped out to me about AT&T was their dividend payout ratio. Their current dividend is $2.08. So you take that and divide it by their earnings, and you get a dividend payout ratio of 65%, which is just over the 60% that we use. But I'm pretty comfortable with it, especially looking deeper into the financials. So again, 14 shares of AT&T. We're pumped to continue building this, building our position in this high-yielding dividend stock that doesn't have too high of a payout ratio.
I'll have to tag you in right there because I purchased a whopping 1 share of AT&T. I already have a huge position of AT&T, but again, once I saw that this big dividend aristocrat that, remember, we made a video, yields over 7% at the share price of $27.74, which is the price I got AT&T at as it dipped below 28. That yield was 7.5%. We're talking, 7.5% compared to what my cash was getting, which was 0.60%. So that income just shifted from pretty much nothing to an AT&T share. So I purchased 1 share just because I'm like, hey, I've never gotten it below $28, so I just wanted to inch in a little bit more. Again, not going balls to the wall, but I was able to also get 1 share of AT&T.
Yeah, but I think this also highlights the point that Lanny and I were talking about earlier. He just bought 1 share. That's just under $28. So if you haven't invested in the past, look, he didn't put a lot of money into the market, but he still continued to push his dividend income going forward. Some people may think it's funny that there's only 1 share, but I think it's amazing. That still he's $2.08 closer to financial freedom, and that's what it's all about.
And for those that haven't seen our dividend portfolios, we'll link it below. But I'm closing in on pretty much 250 shares of my own in my own individual brokerage account. So got a solid position of AT&T that is just pumping dividends right now. So, Bert, you bought AT&T, you and your wife. What is the next big purchase you guys bought?
Yeah, so to all of our subscribers, this one really shouldn't be a surprise to you because one of our last videos was talking about how this company is one of the most undervalued dividend stocks right now. If you haven't watched it, please go check it out too because we went through the video, we went through the numbers. Do it.
Check it out. Do it.
Yeah, after reviewing the numbers, putting out the video last week, I told myself I have to buy in some capacity this week. So I added shares of Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE. We bought this in my wife's portfolio. We added 5 shares of the company, which is going to add $7.60 of dividend income going forward to our portfolio. And what jumps out, thank you. And what jumps out to us about Pfizer were the metrics. So using their forward earnings of $3.24, their PE ratio is 11.3, way below that market PE ratio of 28 to 30 that we're currently seeing. And that dividend payout ratio, as we love talking about, is just perfect in between that 40 to 60% range.
And if you haven't seen the news, Pfizer is pummeling up with the vaccine right now for COVID-19 with the global pandemic. So Pfizer, is kind of bringing out all this news in conjunction with all the stimulus package news. So Pfizer coming out with the vaccine news, and I know on Friday of October 16th, they even came out with, hey, we may even do an emergency release of this vaccine as soon as possible. So that sent, honestly, that video couldn't have been more timed because that stock price, I think, surged close to 4% alone in one day.
Yeah, and I am happy my purchase was before that happened.
That's called getting the win right there, baby.
You put the W on the board.
That's right, put it on the board.
So, Andy, what other stocks did you purchase this week?
Well, sticking with my October stock watch list, which you may have seen that video, read the article, I really went back to the aero defense industry, General Dynamics, ticker symbol GD. They went back down to that $140-ish range. I bought it for $140.55. Just bought 1 more share. Again, $140.55. 1 more share of this dividend aristocrat beast. They currently have a price to earnings ratio is below 12 with a dividend yield above 3%. I typically really look at just the sound fundamental metrics. Their dividend payout ratio is insanely low, well below 50%. I think they're even a tad below 40% on the dividend payout ratio. Again, they just had great dividend metrics. It's a stock that I had room for at least 1 more share since I own quite a bit now in General Dynamics. But again, another dividend aristocrat for my dividend stock watch list for October 2020.
Yeah, I think that's a great purchase, Lanny. They're in a sector that is not going anywhere anytime soon. the military budget's not changing, it's growing and it continues to do so. So General Dynamics continues to win contracts, and plus, as you highlighted, those metrics are looking great. They're a dividend aristocrat, so yeah, why wouldn't you add them to your portfolio at those prices? In fact, that may be on one of my purchases for next week if the price hangs around there.
You know, word of the Nickelodeon show Cat Dog, buy more, make more. Buy more, make more.
All right, Lanny. So I know you bought some individual stocks too. I gotta ask you this question. You talked a few months ago about a certain strategy about making weekly purchases. Did you follow through on that purchase this week?
Now let me tell you something mean, Bert. That's a sneak preview if we hit 2,500 subscribers.
So please subscribe if you haven't yet. Come on, you know you want to see Lanny do some more wrestling impersonations.
Oh yeah. But yes, if you haven't seen my video of investing with Vanguard and the strategy of what I've been doing, my wife, actually each and I have been doing, you know, personally, I purchased another 3 shares of Vanguard High Dividend Yield. VYM is the ticker symbol. It's an ETF, low expense ratio, above 3.25% on the dividend yield. Plus they have like this long-term average dividend growth rate of around that 7%, give or take, depending on which time period you're evaluating. But I'm staying consistent with each week, every Monday, 3 shares are being bought. Again, it's somewhere around $250 a week. This is just a way for me to stay invested, not time the market. And I know Bert and I, we've always said the old legendary quote, it's not about timing the market, but it's about time in the market. So I bought 3 shares of VYM at $84.24. Both my wife, she also bought the 3 shares. So we've added to our positions with Vanguard High Dividend Yield.
I love it. Congrats on continuing to execute that strategy.
It's boring, it's simple, but that sometimes works.
Yeah, and the VYM is investing in some great dividend stocks on its own too. So you're growing and putting money into some income producing assets that are delivering a high quality dividend. Excellent stuff, Lanny.
So that was the bulk of the dividend stock purchases. You know, my wife also grabbed a couple other shares within her portfolio that we'll talk about in maybe the big monthly video. But, you know, Bert was able to add, I don't know, how much in total dividend income were you able to add?
I'll get you the final tally here in a second.
It's gonna be
$36.72.
I mean, $36.72. That's $3 extra per month in income. That income is gonna grow.
Yep.
Year after year after year after year after year after, you know, so I mean, just adding dividend income. You know, I didn't add probably as much income on my individual portfolio. You know, the 3 shares of Vanguard probably adds a little bit over $8 in dividends going forward, plus the $2.08 from AT&T, plus the $4. So I was at around $15 in forward income, not including my wife's purchases.
Yeah, but it's not a competition of who added more dividend income or what. What's the most important thing is that we invested in high quality dividend stocks. Dividend income will come with the purchase, it'll come with the growth because you're investing in these high quality companies. What matters is that you today start putting the plan together, develop and grow your dividend income.
So what stocks did you purchase this week? Did you purchase some high growth stocks like Snowflake, Workhorse, Apple, Tesla, or did you go to the dividend investing route with the Dividend Diplomat?
Do you step in the ring with us?
Yeah, did you step in the ring, brother?
You know, we'll get the Legion of Dividends maybe.
Oh boy, watch out. You might have to wear our, you know, wrestling outfits for that 2,500 subscriber video.
So please get us to 2,500 ASAP.
Now again, share your feedback below. We're curious on what you think of the stocks we bought, the ETFs that I bought, you know, anything about Vanguard.
AT&T, Pfizer, let us know what you think of these companies.
You know, again, we're going to continue to purchase dividend stocks, hopefully week after week. You know, I will with my ETF. I know, you know, Bert will try to do what he can do with undervaluation. Again, we want to hear about what you were buying, what stocks maybe we're not, you know, touching base on. Please, again, leave the comments below in the video. Give us a thumbs up for this one.
Please do.
Again, this is Bert and Laney from the Dividend Diplomats.
Over and out.